Hello everybody watching on YouTube, and welcome to race number 9 of Season 2 NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. I'm Levi McIntyre, the voice of the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Aaron's 499 here at Talladega Superspeedway. We're getting set for 29 laps of racing here at one of the biggest beasts on the schedule. And joining me, I have two commentators this time around. Please welcome back for the third race in a row, the points leader, Raphael LeDuc, but also joined by Mr. Slapstick himself, Mr. Preston Blord.
Hello.
And I'm glad to be back here for another race. I might as well become I'll become the temporary voice of the Marvel Cup Series, by the way that's going.
It would seem that way. So anyways, with that being said, let's take a look at how the top 10 and the points look coming in this week. Raphael LeDuc still leads the points by 26 points over Anthony McCrory. Then it's James Qualls, Nelson Thornhill, Charles Sanford, the top 5, and actually Sanford's on the pole this week. The rest of the top 10 is Chris Michaels, Emmanuel Hartnett, Seth Cole, Grayson Acevedo, and Dylan Thoreau. Rest of the top 20 is Joshua Sekuli, Benjamin Miles, David Rivera, Kev Shearer, our winner from last week at Lime Rock, Trent Dunham, Nathaniel Reed, Sean Galligan, Dorian Facepuncher, Dougie Shears, and Preston Blord. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup. Starting in the last row is Dylan Thoreau and Matt McIntyre. Top 10 in the lineup, Charles Sanford on the pole with good friend Cole Deaver starting next to him. Cole Deaver, who actually qualified on the pole for the Daytona 500 and gets a start in the front row of a second straight plate race. Row 2 is Dylan Poteet and Preston Blort. Row 3 is Tim Fiegel and James Qualls. Row 4 is Austin LaPlante and Raphael LeDuc. And then row 5 is Benjamin Miles and Dorian Facepuncher. So with that said, let's go ahead and get the command to fire engines here at Talladega.
Drivers, start your engines!
Let me guess, it was bombastic.
Not at all. He sounded like an idiot. He was like, drivers, start your engines.
Probably a guy that works for Furniture Row.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wait, don't tell me, Preston. Don't tell me you work for Furniture Row.
No, I don't.
Alright.
So anyways, yeah, we're here at Talladega at the 2006 repaved Talladega. And last time we ran here, it was a very, very good race back in Season 1. We might expect more of the same, or it could turn against us.
I hope it doesn't turn against me.
Yeah, like a goofy moment at Dodge Motordrome did.
Yes, and Lime Rock. I haven't had this many the good luck since I started commentating. I might have to quit this job.
Maybe your luck will turn around here at Talladega. But anyways, so of course,
as long as Nelson Thornhill didn't start in the front row, I consider this week a success. So.
Well, anyway, so with Talladega, pretty much 4 wide you can pull off. 5 wide is a no-no here at this track, and we have seen it in the past, whether it be in my series or other offline series when they race at Talladega. 5 wide equals problems. But also, of course, your friends are where you find them as far as trying to get up to the front in order to gain the advantage. Of course, the preferred line people take is the bottom, since it's the fastest way around. So we shall see how all that plays out here today. Pace car into pit road, which means it is time to go boogity, 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 racing!
Oh, already 3 wide here.
Yep, they're really fanning out now. That's Talladega for you.
Yep. As 92 is leading, but we're starting to have the regrouping of the packs here. Don't know how this is gonna work out. I see two rookies here, the 92 and the 8s. We're working together to get maybe a little bit of separation here from the rest of the pack. The 92 just gets itself separate from the 8.
And that was lap number 1. Cole Deaver has the lead for now. But look at all this shuffling going on as they're 4 wide with, it was with Rafael LeDuc, James Qualls, Carson Gum. Whoa, David Rivera. Oh, we got a crash. Oh, and this, I think that's the big one. Oh, yeah, that's the big one. The big one here in lap 2. And all 3 of the Red Bull Racing cars were caught up in there. Dougie Shears, Oscar Anderson, and second in the points, Anthony McCrory.
Oh, this is going to help me for my points lead.
Andrew Rich was involved. Chris Dollarton was caught up in it. Joshua Sakuli got a little bit of damage.
Did Dave Rivera cost this wreck too?
We're not sure. We'll have to check the replay whenever we get situated here. They definitely got to get situated 4 wide. But luckily, with under caution, they're able to get off each other and get in line properly. So everything should be sorted out. But yeah, already on lap 2, the big one has struck here at Talladega. And Cole Deaver is your current leader. So let's go ahead and take a look at a replay of what brought the caution out for the first time today here at Talladega. Well, a bunch of convoluted stuff happened right here. Is watch, Charles Jackson's going to get into Anthony McCrory, and in turn that sends David Rivera down into the apron. And after the contact, it sent McCrory into Phil Parker, and then after that, McCrory got forced up into his teammate Oscar Anderson, and that's where it all got started. And there you see Andrew Rich, Dougie Shears, Kyle Matthews even got a little piece of there. Bunch of guys. There's Joshua Sakuli getting involved. And Jesse King, I think, also gets involved as well. Not sure about guys like the 71 and the 62. I think they got through. But I tell you, the driver that was very lucky was at 17 of Chris Michaels. He somehow squeezed by all that.
Damn.
Jessica Sheldon even got a piece of it. Chris Dollarton got big time damage after all that. So only a couple cars took some really big hits or damage. A lot of the other cars that were involved got minimal damage that might continue but won't be able to get up to speed. Dorian Facepuncher even got a little scraping in there, but I think he'll be able to continue. But yeah, already on lap number 2, a big multi-car crash occurred. But Cole Deaver is your current leader, so let's go ahead and take you to the restart here at Talladega. Well, after that multi-car crash, we have 4 cars out of the race, and they include Andrew Rich, Oscar Anderson, Dougie Shears, and Chris Dollarton. Still got 38 cars left on track, but maybe a few of those cars in the very back are going to be off the pace. That might cause problems in the long run. But anyways, we got Cole Deaver as your leader. Second is Seth Cole. Third is Emmanuel Hartnett. Fourth, Mark Lane. Fifth, Charles Sanford. Sixth is Johnny Gardner. Seventh, Jonathan Zorline. Eighth, Austin LaPlante. Ninth, Nelson Thornhill. 10th, Tim Fiegel. 11th is Preston Blord. 12th is Benjamin Miles. 13th, Grayson Acevedo. 14th, Trent Dunham. 15th, Dylan Poteet. 16th is Carson Gum. 17th, David Rivera. 18th, Phil Parker. 19th, Rafael LeDuc. 20th, Dylan Young. 21st is DJ Curtis. 22nd is Angel Alvera. 23rd, Dylan Thoreau. 24th, James Qualls. 25th, Charles Jackson. 26th, Sean Galligan. 27th, Nathaniel Reed. 28th is JT Bryant. 29th, Chris Michaels. 30th is Matt McIntyre. Rest of the field is Kev Shearer, James Shelley, Kyle Matthews, Jessica Shelton, Jesse King, Dorian Facepuncher, Joshua Sakuli, and Anthony McCrory.
There's going to be another wreck 2 laps into this restart. Calling it.
We shall see.
God, I hope not.
Well, let's find out. Let's wave that green flag, boys.
Let's go back racing, boys and girls. I think Jessica Shelton's a female, unless his parents really hated her.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Okay, then.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't normally see guys getting called Jessica.
Anyways, back to the action at hand. Cole Deaver leading the way, but a lot of cars moving down to the bottom, and it's going to be 3 wide for the lead. Seth Cole in the middle with Emmanuel Hartnett, maybe 4 wide, because here comes Mark Lane with a run.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus, this is not going to end well.
Well, they can go 4 wide. Like I said, it's 5 wide that they can't do.
Yeah, going 5 wide at Talladega is like making toast with your own hands inside the toaster. You just don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, pit strategy might be happening. I saw Dylan Young pull out. He's now going into pit road, and pit stops are going to happen here in this race. So Dylan Young may be playing the strategy game. But anyways, up at the front, it was Johnny Gardner. Wow, look at the margin with the top 3. Imagine if that was the finish. That would have been incredible if that was the finish. But Johnny Gardner leads the way, running up
Here
high.
comes Miles.
Yeah, Miles with the run on the inside with help from Angel Oliveira.
Car.
Yeah, Nelson Thornhill stuck in the middle with Seth Cole behind him. And now there goes Miles up to the lead now for the time being. As now Dylan Thoreau's now making it 3 wide for second. As we're seeing a lot of battles going on up here in this big pack of cars.
It's Talladega. Are you surprised?
Not really.
My point.
Whoa! Oh, that was close! How did they not wreck? How in the world did they not wreck? Trent Dunham and James Qualls did not wreck, and they're still running up
ahead.
Dylan Young coming out of pit road, but he should blend in with everybody once they catch him, so he won't be a big hazard since he's not damaged.
Or he'll get run over, depends how he feels.
He's picking up a lot of speed after getting out of pit road, so I'd say once they catch him, Dylan Young will just blend in with the whole pack and maybe help somebody out or try to fight to get back on the lead lap. But anyways, Benjamin Miles has a pretty decent margin ahead of rookie Grayson Ace Vetta with Poti running up high, and here comes Rafael LeDuc with help from Cole Deaver.
Here comes the points leader. There are a lot of shuffling here. There's some of people even going under the yellow line sometimes to get positions.
Yeah, after certain contact. Like, it looked like it was contact between DJ Curtis and Jonathan Zorlane that sent them down there, but they saved it.
Oh, you see the 99's getting along with the 6 here. Might be some Roush racing work here that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best strategy is to work with your teammates.
Perhaps. And now they are catching Dylan Young, but like I said, once they get to him, he should be able to just blend in with everybody.
Looks like they take your word for it, but we'll see what happens.
Near contact as Benjamin was coming off of 2.
There did be something going on here, but you didn't believe me. I just proved you wrong. Good dick.
No, you didn't. He's actually running up to speed with everybody. So.
And I walking up the middle row. What a way to run up to speed with everyone. Now Benjamin Miles just lost the lead here.
Yeah, now it's a battle between Grayson Ace Vetto and Carson Gum in the 19. First time in a couple of weeks Carson Gum's made a race, and now he's battling for the lead up here at the front in the Xfinity Toyota. But now here comes Dylan Thoreau in the 41. Dylan Thoreau, who won a race earlier this season. I forget where. But
I guess it must not have been that impressive if you don't remember.
Well, wow, what a way to just crap all over him.
I'm not crapping all over, I'm just saying.
4 wide for the lead, watch out.
4 wide for the lead as Emmanuel Hartnett's trying to make it work. With help from the lap car of Dylan Young.
You see, Angel Oliveira was also up there, the rookie who won a race also earlier this year.
Yeah, I believe it was Dodge Motordrome he won.
Exactly. Oh, now they're going 3 wide for second.
Yep, 3 wide for second. Trent Dunham, who's one of the plate race masters here in our offline community. Except for Daytona. Whoa, contact! Oh, and there they go! Oh my gosh! The 55 is upside down. The big one. This is definitely the big one. Holy cow. The 55 went for a wild ride. And look at the smoke cloud. Hopefully everybody that was coming in the back ain't piling in. Oh man, this is going to be hazardous.
I doubt it, but everyone seems to be alive. No one seems to be dead here.
Wow, the 55 took a hell of a ride. David Rivera was involved. Nathaniel Reed was also caught up in that. See, Dylan Poteet got involved.
In there too.
Yeah, Preston Plord with damage. Seth Cole with big-time front-end damage. Phil Parker
Thanks, Obama.
involved. Carson Gum was involved, and he was leading not too long ago, and then he got caught up in that.
I blame Preston Lord for this.
Shut up.
Alright, Levi, can you give me a second? I'm going to interview Preston Plord here. Preston, you were involved in this wreck. What were you thinking going down off the track and coming back in? Were you expecting something good to happen, or were you just being stupid?
Some guy actually sent me down onto the apron, so who's the stupid one now?
You came back up onto the track and caused the second big one. Who's the stupid one now?
Kindly take a Canadian hockey puck and shove it up your ass.
So anyways, with that said...
He had to say a Canadian hockey puck. He could just say a general hockey puck. If we're gonna be stereotypical, why don't you take a baseball bat, a football ball, and hell, take a NASCAR and shove it up your ass so far up your ass you'll be throwing up leather, wood chips, and metal pieces.
Okay, well, anyways, back to the race at hand. Some cars going into pit road, but a good amount are staying out, and it's going to be Austin LaPlante in the 48 that's going to lead whenever we go back to green, unless they're going to come into pit road next time by. So while we wait for all this to sort out, let's look in the replay to see what brought the caution out for the second time today here at Talladega. Well, here's a look at what happened to start the second caution. Watch the 21 and the 98. Not quite enough room to make that push, and the 98 gets into that left side of the 21, sends him down into Preston Plord, and then because the 42 was going so fast he couldn't control it and got back up and collects everybody. Watch that 55 of Grayson Acevedo go upside down. Wild ride. Yeah, scary ride, and just look at all that smoke. I don't know how in the world anybody can get through this without running into other cars, because that is a ton of smoke. As we go back and take a look at
well, I know I might be tooting my own horror, but look at the 99, how he got through that without any, and he was right behind Preston when it happened.
Somehow, some way.
It's called talent. What you want.
But yeah, there you see it again. Yeah, the 98 tries to push the 21, but he pushed him on the wrong side of the car. And then as a result, that sends him into the apron and couldn't control and comes back up. But man, all the hits, even the 21 took a pretty big hit and goes airborne. The 19 went flying, spinning around. And then a big hit from the 98 after all that. And I don't know how certain cars managed to get through. I believe the 70 of James Qualls actually got through that. Let's actually go to a helicopter camera to give us the best angle of who didn't get involved. As there you see in the wreck starting. Yeah, and there's where it all ends. Let's see some of the cars who get through. Yeah, Phil Parker nearly had it, and then James Qualls just a little tap on the 31, but not enough to really cause damage. He gets through, the 92 got through, the 8 got through, the 00 got through.
The mayonnaise guy got through there.
Yeah, Mr. Mayonnaise himself. Oh yeah, Nathaniel Reed was actually a car that got involved, and we'll see how he gets involved. I believe he's going to run into the 6 first, and then Galligan ends up getting held up from this, and then The 6 ends up hitting the 55, which gets him spinning even more. And then right there, that hit from the 87. And then the 55 is going to get hit one more time by the 21 and to help get the 55 back on its wheels.
Michaels and that 44 both got through it, but they were very slow. This is a part of the race where the spotters are almost vital to your chances of winning. You need to listen to your spotter.
Absolutely indeed. So, with that being said, let's actually take one on board with the 42 of Preston Plord. On board with Preston Plord.
3 wide on the inside. This will not be good. I don't see what could possibly go wrong here. Oh my god, that 21 car. This car's running control. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, close to behind me. That's not good. Oh my god.
Well, after the big one, number 2, we have more cars out of the race, and they include Nathaniel Reed, David Rivera, Dylan Poteet, Benjamin Miles, Angel Olvera, Grayson Acevedo, Seth Cole, and Preston Plord. So we're down to 30 cars on track, 29 on the lead lap, and some pit strategy going on during the caution. Some pitted, but these guys stayed out, and they were Austin LaPlante, who is the leader. Second is Nelson Thornhill. Third is Jonathan Zorline. Fourth, Matt McIntyre. And fifth somehow is Carson Gum, even though he was in that wreck. Then sixth is Cole Devers. Seventh, James Qualls. Eighth, Charles Jackson. Ninth, Seth Cole. 10th, Sean Galligan. 11th is Anthony McCrory. 12th is DJ Curtis. And then everybody else behind DJ Curtis pitted. So 13th, Trent Dunham. 14th, Emmanuel Hartnett. 15th, Charles Sanford. 16th is Johnny Gardner. 17th, Mark Lane. 18th, Rafael LeDuc. 19th, JT Bryant. 20th is Dylan Thoreau. And then 21st is Dorian Facepuncher. 22nd is Kev Shearer. 23rd is Tim Fiegel. 24th, Jesse King. 25th, Jessica Sheldon. 26th, Chris Michaels. 27th, Joshua Cooley. 28th, James Shelley. And 29th, Phil Parker. And then a lap down is Dylan Young, and Carson Gum actually winning the pit road, so he sacrifices 5th place.
All right, here we go back to green flag here. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this pit strategy works out. I also want to point real quick, the number 10th position, number 44, who actually went into pit road first before the big one, so he might be good on gas.
He very well could. Meanwhile, battle for lead, Nelson Thornhill goes to the point. And a couple of Hendrick guys, Zorline and LaPlante, running separately. And then you got another Hendrick car, Matt McIntyre in the 24 up here. So you got 3 out of the 4 Hendrick cars that are left on track running top 5 right now.
We also have the 92 here.
Yeah, the guy who started second, Cole Devers, trying to get back up there. Oh, but they're going to come in the pit road. Oh, man, this is interesting here. Oh, and wow. We had a spin. Oh my goodness. What in the world just happened?
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden I saw it looked like it was either the 15 or the 51. Hard to tell which. It was the 51. Yeah, it looks like we are. Let me check the white lights. Yeah, we are under caution as a result. Man, that was all confusion after all those guys came in the pit road. And then all of a sudden I see a car fly out of nowhere and just slam the 09 into 70. And that's what got started. I have no clue what in the world we just saw.
My God. My God. The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Everyone run away. The end is fucking here.
So anyways, Austin LaPlante still your leader. Let's take a look at the replay of what brought the caution out for the third time today here at Talladega. So here's a look at what happened. Watch the 02 and the 51. The 02 is going to turn the 51 off of turn 4, and they both start to go sliding through the apron. The 51, I don't know how the 51 didn't hit nothing. He managed to keep it straight, but watch this. This has got to be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Watch Shelton hits her teammate Kyle Matthews and teammate James Qualls and takes them both out of this race after the contact with the 51. That has got to be one of the most controversial things I have ever seen in the history of NR Offline. The team owner for Retro Racing Enterprises takes out two of her own teammates.
She actually even owns the team?
Yeah.
3 letters for that. W T F.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to change the dynamic of Retro Racing Enterprises for the rest of the season, I'll tell you. I have no idea what in the world... I am confused. I am so confused. You have no idea.
Don't worry, I think Preston is befuddled just as well because he's not talking, so I think he's at a loss for words.
Holy cow.
That'd be accurate.
Yeah, but so yeah, and that happened also during some pit stops that happened. So maybe the caution coming out as they were coming into pit road was a lucky break for them, so that way they could still fight for the win still. We'll see whenever we get back to racing. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and take you to the restart here at Talladega. Well, after that last caution, 2 more cars are out of the race, and they are Jessica Sheldon and Kyle Matthews after, I don't know what happened, but anyways, after some of those pit strategies, we've got our field sorted out, and everybody should be good to go on gas the rest of the way. Trent Dunham is your leader. Second is one of the only Retro Racing Enterprises left on track, Charles Sanford. Third is Mark Lane. Fourth, Emmanuel Hardnett. Fifth, Johnny Gardner. Sixth is Rafael LeDuc. Seventh, Dorian Facepuncher. Eighth is JT Bryant. Ninth is Chris Michaels. 10th, Kev Shearer. 11th is Joshua Cooley. 12th, James Shelley. 13th, Tim Fiegel. 14th, Phil Parker. 15th, Jesse King. 16th, Dylan Thoreau. 17th, Nelson Thornhill. 18th, Matt McIntyre. 19th, Cole Deaver. 20th is Charles Jackson. 21st, Sean Galligan. 22nd is DJ Curtis. 23rd, Anthony McCurry. 24th, Carson Gum. 25th, Austin LaPlante. 26th is Jonathan Zorline. And 27th is James Qualls. And then Dylan Young, 28th, in front of the leader, so he's tail end of the lead lap.
He'll have to catch up.
Indeed. And the green flag is back out. 7 laps to go here in the Aaron's 499.
Let's hope for no more cautions.
We can only hope.
Well, maybe
for fuck's sake!
92 gets turned, but luckily
I'll
no
just shut up
caution.
next
No
time.
caution, no caution because it was under the racetrack, so we're still good to go. But tough break for
Jesus
Cole
Christ,
Deaver.
man. I'll stop talking next time. How's that?
I don't know. But anyways, battle for the lead. Trent Dunham has the spot, but Charles Sanford pushing him, but he might want the spot. And there goes Shelley! James Shelley. Oh, this might be a caution. Yeah, it's caution for sure. Carson Gum, hard hit.
Carson Gum.
And Jonathan Zorline. Caution out for a 4th time, and this is coming to the caution. Who's going to get the lead? Is it going to be Sanford or Dunham? It's going to be close at the line, but I think it looked like Dunham got it. Sanford got it. Holy cow, that was close. But my oh my. Chaos ensues once again. Johnny Gardner gets turned. Oh, and then, he got hit by somebody. Who the heck was it? Nelson Thornhill was involved in whatever this was. Tim Fiegel was involved.
They are wrecking under caution.
Man, this is just absolute madness here at Talladega.
This is Talladega! Well, I was going to say Sparta, but I mean, the reference was kind of not there, so I apologize.
Well, anyways, I hope we could get back to green for a 1-lap shootout or maybe a green-white checkered. We'll find out when that happens. But let's go ahead and take a look at everything that happened leading up to the caution for the 5th time here at Talladega. Well, here's a look at what happened to Cole Deaver, and this didn't bring out the caution. Watch and this was to the restart. Not everybody was caught up in time, and watch Charles Jackson. Charles Jackson's going to come into the picture here, and watch this.
Oh my God.
Ends up turning the 92, and watch the 92 here. He's going to take a relatively hard hit in the rear into the inside wall. Right there, just barely caught the edge of the safer barrier, but also got the concrete. That did not bring out the caution. What did bring out the caution, however, is going to happen a little bit further ahead as we fast forward with James Shelley. As he's running around the Stewart-Haas clan of Phil Parker, Dylan Thoreau, and DJ Curtis. As we're going to try to get a good camera shot here. It looked like they were going to attempt 4 wide, and Phil Parker just ends up turning Shelley around. And this part did not bring out the caution until after the fact, as Shelley goes around spinning, and he just barely caught the end of that wall and then hit the guardrail. And then because he hit with such force, it ends up sending him back up the track. And then, wow, how did McCreary avoid that? And then Carson Gum with a hard hit, and then Zorline got sideswiped. And there you see all that engine smoke coming out. But watch the 61. How in the world did he not hit the 71? I have no clue. He somehow got through that.
Carson Gum hit Shelley head on, too. That must have been a hard impact.
Yeah, look at the speed he's going. He starts to hit the brakes, but he hits him at 175 miles an hour. That is a heavy, heavy impact. And then the last part of the wreck, or of the wrecking that ensued, was with the 15 of Johnny Gardner after they took the caution. Let's see what in the heck happened here.
So
it was Rafael LeDuc was like the meat and the sandwich between the 62 of Dorian Facepuncher and the 56 of Mark Lane. It just turned the 56 into the 15, and that sent the 15 hard into the wall. And then watches cars are going to come in here and hit him. Right there, Tim Fiegel, and then that caused a stack up with the 78 and the 51, the 00. And that unfortunately took all those guys pretty much out of this race. Phil Parker as well. So tough break for all that after drivers not really settling it out when it comes to getting lined up for the caution. But let's go ahead and take you to what could be and what will be our final restart here in the Aaron's 499. Well, after that little mayhem we just had, we have more cars out of the race, and they include Tim Fiegel, James Shelley, Carson Gum, and Jonathan Zorline. Everybody else still running on track, so we got 24 left, 23 on the lead lap. 2 laps to go, green, white, checkered. Pretty much, this is where it's gonna be hell. But anyways, Charles Sanford is your leader. Second is Trent Dunham. And how about Chris Michaels in third? He somehow narrowly avoided the second big one, and now he's here to potentially win this race.
He's going to pull one out of his ass, I think.
We shall see.
Deus Ex Machina this shit.
We shall see. Fourth is Emmanuel Hartnett. Fifth, JT Bryant. Sixth is Mark Lane. Seventh is Johnny Gardner somehow. 8th is Rafael LeDuc. 9th, Dorian Facepuncher. 10th, Kev Shearer. 11th, Joshua Sekuli. 12th, Sean Galligan. 13th, DJ Curtis. 14th, Nelson Thornhill. 15th, Jesse King. 16th, Charles Jackson. 17th, Phil Parker. 18th, Anthony McCreary. 19th, Austin LaPlante. 20th, James Qualls. 21st is Cole Deaver. 22nd, Matt McIntyre. And then 23rd, last car in the lead lap, is Dylan Thoreau, and then right here is the lap down car of Dylan Young.
Alright, here we go. Green, white, checkered. This is gonna get crazy.
And I've got a feeling that everybody 8th on back is going to get held up by that slow 15 car, so we'll see if they can get around them. We're actually going to keep an eye on the 15 for a little bit here and see what happens. Green flag is out. Smart move on Rafael LeDuc, going up high. Everybody going up high. So
fuck that. No one wants to get stuck behind that idiot.
So anyways, back up here at the front, Sanford still leads, but everybody's starting to form up, and here comes Chris Michaels for second.
Oh, Chris! But Stanford slides down and blocks him off, which could open the door for the number 1 here.
We could see that, but now the 17 going to move down low, and he might get help from the Young Motorsports clan of Dylan Young and JT Bryant, but then they separate. But Michaels has got the run. The 17 has a run on the inside.
17 might have it here, as you see, and even the number 99 here is starting to get into the picture.
Yeah, Rafael Leduc coming in out of nowhere as the 2 puts
Like
the
an
block on him,
RKO.
but now he's going to move down low. But we may have another battle as here comes Daytona 500 winner JT Bryant. He's now into the picture as the white flag is out. This is going to get interesting.
Nice lap.
No one in the history of my NR Offline series that anyone has won the first 2 restrictor play races in a season. JT Bryant's going to try to pull that off, but here comes Rafael Leduc. But here comes Mark Lane in the 56. It's going to be 3 wide for the lead going into turn 3. Charles Sanford going to move in line.
I think Sanford's going to help that 56 probably get ahead here.
And then they got one last shot going through the tri-oval of anybody to make a move.
It's going to be
Up
3
ahead.
the line.
Oh,
Who's going to get it?
Sanford pulled out! Sanford pulled out! It's 4 wide for the lead! Oh, this is going to be a close drag race to the line. Checkered flag waves! Oh, it's hard to tell who got it. Mark Lane, the rookie, out of Michael Waltrip Racing, wins the Aaron's 499 at Talladega by 1/100th of a second.
My
Sweet
God.
Jeebus, that was a close finish.
Holy crap. That had to have been the closest finish so far this season. Holy cow, that was amazing. And the 56 of Mark Lane, also known as Cover Killer Nation, wins his first Marvel Studios Cup race at Talladega.
Another rookie getting their first win already this year. This is going to be a good year for the rookies.
Yes, indeed. Holy cow, that was an amazing 2 laps after a wreck fest. And oh, they're wrecking after the race. Typical.
My God, Talladega.
Yeah.
Why
Hopefully next time we
What?
come back here it won't be this bad. But holy
But the
crap.
56 won. Jesus Christ. And the 56 in the 56 was only 0.06 seconds ahead of the 99 and 0.07 seconds ahead of the 20. That was a close battle, just all between all the top 5 cars.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And speaking of that, let's look at the rest of the results. Charles Sanford made the right timing of the move, but just wasn't quite fast enough, but comes out with a great run in second. Rafael Leduc definitely going to extend his points lead as he gets a top 5 in third. Emmanuel Hardnett with a great run in fourth and a solid top 5. JT Bryant was so close to making history, to being the first person in the history of my NR Offline series to win the first 2 plate race points events in a season. But he comes out with a good run in 5th. DJ Curtis with a great run in 6th. Chris Michaels, give props to him. He avoided everything. Comes out with a good point stay in 7th. Dorian Facepuncher gets a good comeback finish. He needed this run of 8th. Joshua Sakuli with a solid 9th. And then Trent Dunham, great run in 10th. Rest of the top 20 was Kev Shearer, Austin LaPlante, Sean Galligan, Charles Jackson, Cole Deaver, Jesse King, Anthony McCreary, Nelson Thornhill, James Qualls, and Johnny Gardner. Then the rest of the lead lap cars were Matt McIntyre, Dylan Thoreau, Phil Parker, with 1 lap down being Dylan Young. And then everybody else was out of the race after all the chaos that happened today. And they include Tim Fiegel, James Shelley, Carson Gum, Jonathan Zorline, Jessica Shelton, Kyle Matthews, Nathaniel Reed, David Rivera, Dylan Poteet, Benjamin Miles, Angel Alvera, Grayson Acevedo, Seth Cole, Preston Blord, Andrew Rich, Oscar Anderson, Dougie Shears, and Chris Dollarton. Well, chaos, but a solid race nonetheless here at Talladega. Next week, we return to an old track of Pocono for the Pocono 400. But until then, I also would like to thank Rafael Leduc and Preston Plord for stopping by the booth.
Always happy to stop in here.
Alright, thank you guys. And Until we head to Pocono, here are your results, rookie points, and regular points heading into Pocono. And also, almost forgot, only a few races, 3 races left until All-Star break at Dragonette, so keep on the lookout for that. But until then, I'm Levi McIntyre, signing off.